Just days after Westchester County learned of its first confirmed coronavirus case, more than 100 families, that's 1,000 people, are under New York State mandated self-quarantine.
This is one of the more complicated situations that we've come across because of the number of interconnections.
The Young Israel Synagogue of New Rochelle and 3 schools connected to it, as well as Yeshiva University in Washington Heights, now all closed for sanitizing. This after a 50-year-old man, the first case of corona in Westchester, has now infected 9 other people, including his wife, son, and daughter. He had commuted to his Midtown Manhattan law firm with his wife.
Well, I was told actually that the person that worked in my office was in contact with the person that had it from Westchester.
Multiple schools across the county are closed. Now parents are learning 2 districts have closed for several days for disinfecting out of an abundance of caution. Mount Vernon and Hastings-on-Hudson informing parents that children had come into contact with people who had been self-quarantining. Meanwhile, in New York City, the schools there, which educate 1.1 million kids every day, are not impacted, but the city is watching closely.
Closing schools is probably the last option because of the myriad of issues that creates for not only students, parents, teachers, etc. So that's it's on the spectrum of the last resort.
And so even though it's a last resort, New York City Public Schools having to work out a plan for dealing with that, if that is the case. They're not identifying the school where that teacher is being tested because they don't want to create a sense of panic. But all the kids in that classroom would need to be tested, as well as several other educators. And here in Westchester County, we are expecting a briefing on a plan for what they're going to do here in this county as they face mounting school closure.